Hello, my name's Tony Beverly. Hello, Nevada County. This is the pilot episode of Our Amazing Kids. It's going to be on Saturday mornings at 8:30 on Channel 18, or you can find us on YouTube, and it's under Our Amazing Kids. And to help me with this very first showing is Willow, my friend Willow. As you can tell by her shirt, she knows almost everything about dinosaurs. So I'm hoping she's going to teach me a little something. What'd you bring with you? How are you? What you got?
Dinos.
Let's take them one at a time. What you got there?
It's a Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus. It looks really big. Is it the biggest dinosaur? Or?
Yeah. It's as big as a 4-feet building.
Bigger than a 4-story building?
Huh?
Wow. What do they eat?
Plants.
Oh, that's good. So he wouldn't want to bite me or anything. That's the biggest dinosaur. I always see this one on Jurassic Park. What is that?
A Triceratops.
I hope they eat meat too, because they look pretty scary.
Teeny plants.
Oh, good, good. All right. What do you got that's mean? Anything?
This guy.
That looks like the one on Jurassic Park, except for what's this here on his back?
It's a sail.
So how long have you liked dinosaurs?
About when I first knowed them.
Yeah? What was the first kind you saw?
They were extinct before I was even born.
Really? Maybe before me too, because I'm pretty old. So what was the very first dinosaur you saw and you said, I like dinosaurs? Was it Barney or at a movie? You don't like Barney? I saw that look on your face. You don't like Barney?
That means I don't know what that is.
I don't know what he is either. Oh, he's goofy, I know that. These guys look serious. What else? That looks like a regular bird almost, except bigger and meaner.
It is a meat eater.
Oh, this is a meat eater? Can I see it?
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks kind of like a really big eagle with a long tail.
That's a Microraptor.
Wow. How do you know all these names?
'Cause,
And you're only 5 years old?
yeah.
When you grow up, are you going to work with dinosaurs?
I'm going to be a paleontologist.
You're 5 years old and you're going to be a paleontologist.
Well, when I'm grown up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's wait until you grow up. When I was 5 years old, only thing I wanted to be was 6. So, what's that green one there?
That's a Stegosaurus.
Wow, what? That's really cool.
Uh-huh.
So your mom and dad got you all these dinosaurs? How many do you have?
3 more.
No, I mean all together. I know you got lots more. I saw you pick them out of your bag. You got 10, 15?
I got a few.
Well, just a few.
This one's
you
a
didn't show me that one.
one's a Quetzalcoatlus.
What is that?
A Quetzalcoatlus.
It looks like it was the first bird.
It's not a bird.
It's not a bird.
It's part of pterosaur family.
Wow.
Quetzalcoatlus is like a huge pterosaur.
Huge? What do you mean huge? This doesn't look so big.
No, they were big when they were first alive.
Oh.
They were like huge.
So do you go to all the movies about dinosaurs or do you just read books?
Sometimes I read books and sometimes I watch movies about dinosaurs.
Yeah? At the movie theater or on television?
On television.
Oh, good. That's good.
Sometimes at the movie theater.
Sometimes at the movie theater. Well, I've seen lots of dinosaur movies, and I'm kind of glad they're not around. They could eat us, the ones that eat meat. But this one, you don't have to worry about, except he might step on you. And this one is bigger than a 4-story building, you said? He could step on us. I like these dinosaurs. I might have to get me a couple. Look at all these. You're just surrounded. So which one is meaner, this one or that one, you think? Yeah, that's the one that's in the movies, and it's always mean.
Right!
What's this? Is that... Do they always do that when they roar?
Yeah.
Do it again.
Ah!
Well, that would be scary if you were big like a real T-Rex. It's not so scary when you do it. So, tell me, I heard that you had a dinosaur dress, but you wore a dinosaur shirt. This one looks really scary. What is it?
It's a T-Rex.
How can you tell when it doesn't have skin?
Because you can see it from the bones.
Oh, from the bones and the shape of his head? Oh, yeah, I see now. Yeah. Oh, those are some big teeth. Some big teeth. So this one would eat this one, even though this one is bigger.
But they would rather not to eat them because they're bigger. But I would try to take down one of those guys.
Yeah.
But the other one would swing his tail and the T-Rex would go away.
I can't see. What'd you say? So he won't eat that one.
Because it swings its tail for defense.
Oh, they use their tail for defense. Wow. I don't know how you know all this stuff. So I'm just amazed that somebody only 5 years old knows all this stuff about dinosaurs. You are an amazing kid here in Nevada County.
I mean, was there dinosaurs in Big County City?
Yeah, there probably was. When they were alive, they were all over the place. I think. I don't know. I'm not an expert. You're the expert.
I don't want to get down.
Okay. We'll be right back after this short break.
Action!
Hi, we're back. My name's Tony, and I'm talking to Willow about dinosaurs. And joining us now is Mr. Dick Hilton, who is, in fact, a paleontologist. Welcome, Dick.
Thank you.
This is Willow.
And that's Willow, and I hear your middle name is...
I don't know how dinosaurs got to Earth.
How did dinosaurs get to Earth? Well, they started out about 250 million years ago, and I can remember that.
He's not
As smaller reptiles, and one branch of the reptiles evolved into dinosaurs. And dinosaurs were around from about 250 million years ago to 66 million years ago. And then we had a meteor impact, probably down in the Yucatan Peninsula. And that killed most of the life on the planet. Maybe 70–80% of the life on the planet went extinct at that time. And most people think the dinosaurs are extinct, but turns out they're not.
Are they birds?
The birds are the dinosaurs.
Wow.
Aren't they? Yeah.
I can't believe you
they
knew that.
survived and are doing quite well, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So more and more dinosaurs keep coming because birds keep laying eggs.
Birds keep laying eggs, that's right. And dinosaurs laid eggs too.
Uh-huh.
We have a couple of dinosaur nests at Sierra College in the museum.
Well, I want to know what kind of bones these are from.
Well, that's kind of tough. That one's probably not a bone. Looks like maybe a bryozoan. And this one is bone, and it might be dinosaur bone, but you have to have the end joints, or you have to do microscope work to tell what kind of dinosaur it's from. So if you have enough of it, that'll let you know what kind
It looks like a
of.
backbone from the Microraptor,
Well, it might be. It just might be.
but
What about that, Willow? Ask him about that. I think that's beautiful.
this.
Well, that's a nautiloid, which is a chambered animal. I mean, you might know a chambered nautilus or an ammonite. And they have an octopus-like critter that hangs out from the chamber. And that tube there is to regulate the gas in the chambers. If these things want to go up, they pump gas in the chamber, and if they want to go down, they put water in the chambers.
Wow.
So they are the first submarines.
So they're in the ocean?
They're in the ocean.
Yeah.
And this would have been back probably several 100 million years ago.
Where'd you get that, Willow?
But my mom ordered it for me.
Pretty cool.
That is beautiful.
What's the other one you have there?
I think it's a Triceratops horn or a tooth.
You're right, it is a tooth.
Wow.
Yeah, that's part of a shark's tooth. Might come from Shark's Tooth Hill down by Bakersfield.
How did you know that was a tooth? Just by the way it was shaped?
By the way it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way it looks. It does
Yeah,
look
I have something in here that might interest you.
cool.
Whoa, it's heavy. What do you think that's going to be?
Tooth?
Well,
That would be a big tooth.
that would be a big tooth. Now, what do you think it is?
No.
Now, what do you think it is?
It's long.
Look how big that is.
So is it a tooth?
No.
Oh, I think it's a horn.
A horn from a unicorn?
That's a good one, a unicorn. No, let's see here. Didn't you? What are you holding on to there?
Triceratops.
Yeah, this is a Triceratops horn. This is one we found in Montana.
You found it?
Yeah. I also found a baby one with little teeny horns. And that's going to be on display at the Sierra College Natural History Museum soon.
So where'd you dig this? Where'd you dig this horn up?
A place called Fort Peck Reservoir in east central Montana is where it came from.
It's smaller. It's smaller.
Yeah, that's a little smaller. This is the tooth of a shark, but it's kind of the same shape, isn't it? And that's what you have to do. You have to look at shapes, and you look at sizes, and look at
It
bone
kind of looks
density.
like a tooth with all the
Yeah, that would be a big tooth, wouldn't it?
So is that how big they were on this, or is that just a part of it?
Well, no, this is flowing out to the skull here. So-
Wow.
And it would have been a little bit longer, and then it would have had a covering like a cow horn.
Yeah.
So this is just the bone on the interior. So it would be much bigger. It'd probably be about that long.
Where did they get those scratches from?
Well, that's where the blood vessels come up to help grow the horn on the outside.
I have a question.
Did it like did it smooth on a rock or something like that?
No, it might have been chewed on. There's some little gnaw marks there. So somebody might have been chewing on the horn part and chewed into the bone.
Like
We find a lot of that.
T-Rex?
It could be.
Because I see a teeth mark on there.
Well, let's see. somewhere in here.
From T-Rex.
I've got a
There used to be.
box. And let's see what we got here. What do you think that is?
A T-Rex claw.
You got
Yep.
it. You got it. Yeah, that's from the same area. We find lots of T-Rex bones. Never found a whole one. I don't think I want to find a whole one. We do have a couple of whole
What's
skulls,
that
though.
right there?
Pardon? Well, that's a museum code there. So that's VRD, and that stands for vertebrate, reptile, dinosaur. And then it's
Here's your
number
box.
163. Okay,
That's a claw. Boy, that would tear up something.
that's right.
Man.
They would like tear up like these guys.
Yeah.
Have you so is there any bones for too long part of the neck?
Oh, yeah. Lots of bones. What they call cervical vertebrae in the neck. Yeah.
What grows the Triceratops horns?
What grows the horns?
Huh?
Yeah, it's just like
People grow
like
their
a cow
hair?
horn. It grows from a material that's very much has the same chemistry as hair.
And fingernails.
It's kind of the same thing. Fingernails are the same. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, if she wanted to go see, what's the best museum around here?
The
to see?
Sierra College Natural History Museum in Rockland is a wonderful
So-
museum.
You have to have your mom take you to Rockland to see
Have
the
you ever
bones.
digged up a real dinosaur skeleton?
Yeah, I have. Not a whole one, but I've dug up a whole Triceratops skull, and a Triceratops skull can be as big as a Volkswagen. So it's a big dig. It's a real big dig, and then you have
So
to.
what do you use to get it to the museum?
Well, we bring truck, and we usually bring what we call a cargo net, which is a very strong net to lift things into ships. And so we'll encase the dinosaur. What we do is we dig it all around it. We don't dig into it much. We dig all around it, and then we put some paper over the top or some foil over the top. And then we use burlap and plaster. And you mix, you've probably seen somebody with a broken arm, they get a cast. So we completely encase the fossil in burlap and plaster. And then we dig a little bit more. We put some more on, and then we'll tunnel and wrap it around through the tunnel, and then break it off, turn it over, and plaster it again. Now it's ready for transport. And that's when we roll it to move it. So we roll it into a cargo net, and then we get our students, and everybody grabs part of the cargo net so we can lift very heavy things, and we lift it into the truck that way. Our new truck has a lift gate, which will bring it up, and it's very easy to get into the truck then.
So did the horn break off?
Yeah, this is a broken one. Yeah, and it was probably broken, millions of years ago. It didn't come from a whole skull. It was broken and then preserved with sediment.
What's sediment?
Sediment, for a fossil to become a fossil, there are two very common requirements.
Is there any fossils of the brains of dinosaurs?
Yeah, actually, we do have the fossils of the brains of dinosaur. What happens is sediment, which is silt and sand, loose material, will go into the brain case through the hole in the back and fill the cavity that the brain is in. And if that becomes lithified, if it becomes very solid through time and pressure and cement, then the bone might flake away from that, and all you're left with is the cast of the shape of the brain. So we have some very good brain casts of animals, including dinosaurs.
Wow.
Like what kind of animals?
Well, let's see.
Like Tasmanian tiger?
We have an Oreodont brain cast. Oreodont.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
This means cookie tooth, right? Oreodont. No, actually, it means mountain tooth.
Mountain
Sounds like an
tooth.
Oreo cookie, doesn't it?
You're going to have to get an Oreo dot.
Bones of the Tasmanian tiger or dodo?
No, I've seen Tasmanian tiger remains in Australia, but we don't have any in our museum. They're very, very rare.
So other people will dig the Tasmanian tiger bones up?
Yeah, there are people in Australia and Tasmania that are digging the remains in caves mostly.
Because they all died out in caves?
Well, they all died because people killed the Tasmanian tiger. You know, it's kind of like the grizzly bear on our flag in California. We purposely annihilated the grizzly bear in California, our state symbol, which is really sad.
I would wish I had a pet Tasmanian tiger.
You do. You like the stripes? You like the stripes on them?
Yep.
Yeah, they're beautiful
Is
animals.
that's not the big one with the big teeth. That's a saber tooth.
No, that's a saber tooth. And we
That
have
was
those in
with the
California.
That's when the
Now,
dinosaurs
this is
were?
basically a marsupial dog
Oh,
that lived in Tasmania and Australia as well.
So, how did Spinosaurus grow his spine?
Yeah, that's quite the spine, isn't it? And what's that spine for?
I have no idea.
Well,
Maybe
we can only
keep
guess, but we think a couple of things. One, if you turn sideways and you have this big fan of bone up here in color, you could scare somebody away that might be wanting to attack you. Or if you're competing for
T-Rex
lady
or-
dinosaurs, that might be a good thing to have too. Show your prowess as, boy, I'm a tough dinosaur.
so the dinosaur that had the biggest scale on his back, the other dinosaurs thought it was the handsomest.
Perhaps. Well, you see the lizards today. They'll turn sideways and they puff up their body and they make themselves look a little more fierce.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's what that is all about too.
Wow.
It's like I've been trying to catch a lizard.
You've been trying to catch a lizard?
A pretty tricky guy.
They are fast, aren't they?
Yes,
did
they
you-
are.
Did you know there's one that can run on water? It's
Yes.
called a basilisk and runs right across the water. I've seen them in South America. Yeah.
He like goes.
So they're kind of
zoom.
like little miniature dinosaurs, aren't they?
I know the basilisk from wildcats.
From what?
Wildcats, they can adventure with dangerous creatures and
Oh,
stuff.
okay. All right.
I've
Cool.
seen that TV show. They know a lot about animals. They know
You were
everything.
asking about dinosaurs in California? We had dinosaurs here. This is my book, Dinosaurs of California, Dinosaurs and Other Mesozoic Reptiles of California.
Uh-huh.
So we had quite a few dinosaurs. We had duck-billed dinosaurs.
Which is Crothosaurus and stuff.
Pardon?
Crothosaurus.
Yeah, well, the one that we have is Augustinolophus morrisi. And that's the state dinosaur of California now. We just brought that into being. Got it
That's a
voted
big
on in the
name.
state legislature.
Say, what is that again? Say it again.
Augustinolophus morrisi. Yeah, those are, I know very few names, so I've had to memorize a couple, you know. And I'm not good at names. And then we had a little deer guy, a deer-sized dinosaur in Northern California called the Hypsilophodontid. And it was a fast runner. And then we have, right here in Granite Bay, a guy named Pat Antuzzi found a bone of a meat-eating dinosaur. The only evidence of meat-eating dinosaurs in California comes from Granite Bay, California. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. When you get to be a paleontologist, you're going to know all this stuff, Willow, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all. Willow, thank you. And Dick, thank you. You
You're
guys are both know so much more about dinosaurs than I do. Thanks. See you next time.